The Masked Singer has its most controversial reveal yet, and for the first time ever, Ken literally storms off the stage. But in this week's recap, our Masked Singer detective Kyle makes a cuddly reveal, and she might be your throwback Woman Crush Wednesday. All that and more on today's recap. Let's go! Get it, you guys? I'm Ken. Hi, I'm Mel.
And I'm Kyle.
And welcome to the Talent Recap Show. It was another great week on The Masked Singer, or should I say a really surprising one. A lot of things were happening in this week's episode. Kyle, let's just get into it. This reveal was probably the most shocking, even though we kind of knew ahead something was going on, but shocking, disappointing, strange reveal that we have ever seen in The Masked Singer history ever.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting because we've definitely had controversial figures on the show before. I mean, Logan Paul was on before, who has an interesting past. Like, Sarah Palin is a very polarizing person. But I think this just felt so relevant and so recent that it was really a crazy reveal. It's crazy that, you know, the casting team brought him in. It definitely had that buzz around it, though, and I think, you know, as far as getting eyes on the show, getting people excited about this season, this probably accomplished that.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is if you didn't catch this week's episode, Rudy Giuliani was revealed to be the Jack in the Box.
This is definitely something I never would have guessed.
Okay. Now, there were teasers or like kind of, I guess, spoilers that he might have been on the show this season, and there was an outrage. So many people were upset about it. So we were thinking there might be the possibility we wouldn't see him. Maybe they edit him out. You know how TV magic works, but nope, they decided to keep him. And let's just say, not just the viewers were upset, Ken was very visibly upset.
Yeah, and you know, this was trending on Twitter like months ago, and so, you know, there was all this kind of, you know, noise in the background of when's Rudy Giuliani going to show up? And so I feel like he's been predicted for basically every character this season. But
every bad singing character. Make that clear.
We talked about this a while ago. Like, we knew his voice would be awful when it happened, and so that part doesn't come as a surprise. But definitely crazy that this happened. And you know, it's one of those things where they kind of have to air it because of the format of the show and everything, but you can visibly see how upset Ken was.
Ken had his arms crossed the whole time. He was pissed, and then he just walks off the stage. I will say I like that Ken was true to his feelings. That's clearly not edited. That's clearly like his genuine response to it. So he's a real one for just not trying to fake the funk or the happiness.
So this is definitely one of the casting things that these teams just do to try to get buzz around shows.
Fair to the bone. Fair to the bone. Oh my God.
How did you feel about him being on the show officially? How did you like his performance? That's what I want to hear from you guys. Let us know in the comments below. But we had other characters and were debuted this week. So we had the Prince, we had Baby Mammoth, we had Queen Cobra, and then we had Space Bunny. First of all, I love these character costumes. I just love how every year, each season, they get better. Some of them a little creepier, but I really like this group.
Yeah, I think this is the best of the batch that we've gotten this season so far. I don't know if vocally they're the best of the batch, but we also have some mystery still up in the air. Like, there are all these Queen Cobras that were popping up. Like, is there eventually going to be more than one, or is it just the one? So definitely a lot of fun with this last group.
Very interesting. I feel like they keep on playing with all these like numerous characters. I think there's only one, but let us know in the comments below. Do you think there's more than one Queen Cobra? Is it Cobras? Maybe. Let us know in the comments below. So I think it's time for us to get into our favorite segment of the show, where you, Kyle, the Masked Singer detective, are going to predict, or I should say reveal, one of the people underneath the mask. Who are you going to reveal?
All right, so this week we are going to reveal Baby Mammoth.
Yes. Okay, I love this because I have no clue who Baby Mammoth is. I don't even know if it's a man or a woman.
I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you.
No offense, the voice I can't tell. Kyle, so please give us a rundown.
All right, well, let's talk about that because a lot of people are guessing that this could be a man or a woman. And so in the theories that we're debunking this week, the first one is Tonya Harding. This was Ken's guess, but we saw that silver medal with a 2 on it. And Tonya Harding is never really gotten like second place in anything notable. And then, saw that cheerleading clue, and I don't see any connection to her in cheer either. So based on that, we have to say that theory is debunked. And the second theory that we have to debunk is Leslie Jordan. But Leslie Jordan was actually a guest panelist a few seasons ago, and he was a masked contestant before that. He was the soft serve, and the voice doesn't sound the same as it did then. Also, none of the clues really line up for him. And I think in general that this vocalist is a female. So based on that, we have to say that theory is also debunked.
All right, Kyle, so you told us who it isn't, and you said that you think it's a woman, so you gotta let us know who is underneath the mask. Who is Baby Mammoth?
All right, so Baby Mammoth is someone who has gotten second place a few times in her career, once on Dancing with the Stars and once on Celebrity Big Brother. She also was a contestant on the Match Game in the 1970s before she was famous, which explains that match clue. And lastly, she mentioned It Takes Two, which was a movie that she starred in. So Baby Mammoth is, drum roll, Kirstie Alley.
Kirstie Alley. Oh my God, that is so good. You know how we have these older generation stars? That is one that I want to see on the show. Give us some more clues why it is Kirstie Alley.
We saw the whole clue package was kind of around shampoo and conditioner, and Kirstie was in a Pantene Pro V commercial in the 1990s. We also saw that cheer clue, and her breakout role was on the show Cheers.
I think it's just one of those things that when you first meet a guy, you put him in one of three categories. Yes, no, or maybe.
We saw the talk bubbles come up, and Kirstie was in Look Who's Talking, the movie.
Oh, you were such a baby. If you want me to do something, why don't you just ask?
She also mentioned being a star, and she has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And, after the performance, she had a little back and forth with the judges saying, no one's gonna be fat, right? And kind of had this play on it. And Kirstie Alley has done a bunch of different weight loss programs and been the spokesperson for a number of them. So all of that, along with the voice and her personality and everything going on, we have to say that Baby Mammoth is Kirstie Alley.
Kyle, I'm gonna be honest, this was my favorite rundown reveal that you've ever done in the Masked Singer history, because literally I understood each of those clues and why that made sense. It's definitely Kirstie Alley. I have to agree with you. Let us know in the comments below, do you agree with Kyle that it's Kirstie? All the clues, I'm like, wow. And then even the hair, she's known for having very great hair, duh. Let us know in the comments below, do you agree or disagree with Kyle? If you disagree with Kyle, you done lost your mind. I'm telling you that right now. That is definitely Kirstie Alley. But if you think that he missed any clues, let us know in the comments below as well. Kyle, speaking of comments, I think it's time for us to get into our comment of the week. So every week we choose one of your comments from a previous video and shout you out, love and or hate, because we love you guys. Our comment of the week comes from Jose Laurador. I hope I said it right. I'm so sorry if I didn't. Come on, Kyle. You've done a reveal video for a good, a bad, but not a cuddly yet. Why can't you do a reveal video on a cuddly? Besides, I was expecting you to reveal Miss Teddy. It's like you do cuddles last. Well.
Well, there we go. Now we've revealed a cuddly.
I think that your comment here inspired Kyle to do this cuddly reveal tonight. So thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you. And you know what? We don't really even pay attention to what teams these are on. We're just trying to guess the next person who's going to be eliminated. That way we get as many reveals in this season as we can. So that means next week, we'll see who we think is going to be eliminated next.
We'll see. Actually, let us know in the comments below. Who do you think is going to get eliminated in next week's episode? But Kyle, I think it's time for us to wrap up this week's episode. Let everybody know where they can find you on social.
You can find me at KMonPleasure on Instagram and Twitter.
And then you could find me at _MELBAE on Instagram, Twitter, and all that good stuff. But most importantly, make sure you're following us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, I don't know, every social platform at Talent Recap, you guys. Make sure you're subscribed, make sure you follow, make sure you like. We're making this content for you, so we want you to, interact with us. But I think it's time for us, Kyle, to say, and that's our Talent Recap.
Hey, what are you doing tonight? Well, I think you should hit the subscribe button down below and then we can talk.